Hey, this is Carlos coming back at y'all again with another Mandela effect, and this one's about one of my favorite franchises of all time, and my one of my favorite games of all time, which is Resident Evil 2. Uh, my first Mandela effect about this game was I I have a clear, vivid memory of this game coming out in 1997 versus 1998, which I am kind of digging low key the 1997, or I'm sorry, 1998, because in 1998 it says it came out on my birthday. So I guess it's no wonder it's my favorite game. My favorite PlayStation 1 game, but just one of my favorite games overall. And in my memory, I remember this game coming out in 97 because I was one time I had to skip school. Not really skip school, but I didn't go to school because my mom had to take me to the doctor's office. And when I had got done, when we got done, we had walked down to my auntie's house, and that's where I saw this game for the first time. I never took this game seriously. Like I would, I actually never played until 2002. It was like 2002. And but I watched my cousin play, and I would see the commercials on TV, and I would see the game in magazines, but that was about it. But until 2002, I never played this game. I never played Resident Evil 1 either. And but this was the one because it was the first one that I saw. I saw this one before I saw 1. I didn't see 1 till way later, but I used to always see this one. And it was intriguing because like I could have swore this game came out in the spring of 1997. That's what's fresh in my mind. And because I know when I went to my aunt's house, my cousin was playing the game. And I said, "What game is that?" He said, "Resident Evil 2." And I said, "What's Resident Evil?" He said, "Oh, it's a game that's like got to do with these zombies. And you shoot them and you run around and you solve puzzles." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And like I said, I just watched him play. I never played myself. Now, fast forward to 2002. I bought this game for the first time. I'm a late bloomer. I got a PlayStation 1 in 2002, and I got a PlayStation 2 in 2003. So yeah, y'all, I was late to the game, but whatever. Uh, I I bought this game, and I was like, "Oh wow." I said this game's kind of cool. Now, like I said, even at that time, I didn't take this game too serious. I just played for a little bit, and like I didn't make it far, not far enough in my memory to even be remembering the game. Like now, fast forward to 2006, I bought the Resident Evil 1, and I thought it was fun, but I didn't take it seriously. I just played for a little bit for as long as I could. When I got bored, I stopped playing. That was about it. Now, fast forward to 2000, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to 2013. I love all the Resident Evil movies, and so I was like, you know what? I love the movies so much. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the games. So I didn't beat my first Resident Evil game until 2013. Like I really, and then like when I beat it, I really got into it. Like I beat Resident Evil 3 first. I beat 2 second, and I beat 1 third. And there's a reason I beat 1 third. And y'all probably wondering why didn't you play 1 first? I'm a rebel. I don't know. I'm also I don't go in order. I never do. But like I beat the third one first, the second one second, the first one third, and uh, the third one was really really fun. This one was the funnest, and the first one I hated with a passion. But I had to beat it because I'm a diehard fan of the movie. So some said, you know what, you got to beat it. I'm a diehard fan of the franchise. I'm sorry, but I said you have to beat it because you got to keep your commitment. So I was like, dang. So I hurried, or I ain't gonna say I hurried up and beat it, but I beat it, and it was the most difficult game or difficult Resident Evil I had played. And I was like, I never want to play it again. Never want to play it again. Like, man. But I kept going back to this one in part 3 to see if I can best my own time. And that's what I did. And one thing I noticed about this game from 2013 and 14 when I was beating it a lot. Like when I get off work, I just go play this. It was like so fun. The game was really, really different. But I didn't really give it no thought till a few years ago. And I'm like, wait a minute now. This game, because when I bought it on the PlayStation Store, it looked more like 1.5. But it was crazy. I didn't know 1.5 existed until about a year and a half ago. I didn't know 1.5 even existed. Y'all keep this in mind as I keep telling you the story. I remember this game coming out in 1997. Like I said, I'm not mad that it came out on my birthday in 1998. But I remember 1997. So keep 1997 in mind. Just keep it in mind as I'm rattling along here. Okay, this game had sequences and stuff in it that I remembered and just didn't see. I bought this not too long ago, and I had actually bought 2 more copies since then just to see. I only bought them to see if they would be different than the last. And here I'm gonna start with the PlayStation 3 first. I had bought my PlayStation 3. And I bought these games off the PlayStation Store. And when I did, I was playing them. And like I said, this game was really, really different. And I kept beating them. So, if you beat a game a lot, you're going to remember it. Like really, really good. All right. And then my little cousins, they were over. I was at work and they wanted to play my PlayStation, and I don't care. But they said something was going on with the PlayStation, and they called me at work, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And they're like, hey, Carlos, the PlayStation isn't working right. And I told them, I said, you could try once. I said once. I said, turning it off, unplugging it, wait 5 minutes, then plug it back in. I said, and see what happened. Because it's happened to me before, like where, it gets stuck or it won't come on. So, I turn it off, unplug it, wait a minute, wait about 5 minutes, plug it back in, everything be straight. It happens. Now, I'm sure it happens to a lot of consoles. But anyway, they were really young, so they didn't really, fully understand. But they were unplugging it, plugging it back in, unplugging it, plugging it back in while it was still on. And it took out all the data that was on the PlayStation. And I was like, oh no. But I thought, hey, it's okay. I was like, as long as you know your password, you should be able to get all your games back and everything else. So I'm like, oh, cool. My password didn't work. My profile, I put in my profile name, username, and all that password. Nothing was working. So I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, dang. I said, dang. So I gotta rebuy the stuff. So, I basically just gave my PS3 away, and I just bought the games physically, and then that's where everything started. When I bought this game physically, but not this one, I bought another copy, and I noticed that the game was really different, and I'm like, wait a minute now. I'm like, what? Where is the one sequence? Where is this sequence? Where is this one? Where is this one? And I couldn't explain it. I'm like, well, maybe there's just different versions. A few months later, because I had actually sold that copy, but I went and took and bought me another one. Same thing, bought another one because some said, wait a minute, now you should be able to find that copy, the one you had. I say eventually wasn't there, so I waited a while, bought another Resident Evil 2. Same thing. The sequences I remember are not there. So I'm like, I know this game. I said it shouldn't be a big deal, but I couldn't help thinking about it because I kept thinking about all the sequences I was missing. Like the little, I remember in detail the levels, like the level designs, and they were gone. And I'm like, this don't make no sense. I said it is the same game, right? It should be the same game. So I'm like, dang. So I wait, and then I bought this one. Like I said, keep that 1997 in your mind. I'm coming back to that. I bought this one. Same thing. Just bought this one not even 3 months ago. And I'm like, okay. I said, something weird is going on. And like I said, and I knew about the Mandela effect. I knew about that for a long time, but I was like, I wasn't thinking about this. And until I sat and I really, really thought. And I said, is it possible? I said, it's possible. And so, like, I thought about just like a year and a half ago, some said, didn't you see that 1.5 that everybody's talking about on the internet? And I'm like, yeah. And so I start looking at 1.5. Like I was really looking, and then I saw all the sequences like coming back to me. I said, I remember that. I remember that. I remember the sewer part. I remember all this. The only thing I didn't remember was Elza Walker. Like, no, Claire was in the game. This was literally 1.5 mixed with this. And it was one game. And like, I'm like, oh my God, I remember the gorillas, the spider monkeys, cause I kept wondering, I said, what happened to the gorillas? I remember, cause that one day, it was in one little sequence. It was like 3 of them trying to attack me at once. And usually you guys shoot them with a shotgun to put them down, and, I was just like, what? I was like, no, I remember all of this. So if y'all don't know what Resident Evil 1.5 is, I encourage you to go check it out. It's all over YouTube and it's incredible. But so I was thinking to myself, was that on that PlayStation 3 that I had, did I get that? Hey, y'all, look, it's all a possibility. Like, I believe that anything and everything is possible. Anything at all. I've watched the impossible happen. So when I tell you this is coming from a person that's literally watched the impossible happen. So, I believe I got a game from an alternate universe, but it's not the only game. But I talked about that one and this one in this video because this is my favorite game. But there are lots of games and even games for game consoles that are no longer for those consoles, and I remember them exactly because I watched videos on them. And it was just mind boggling. But off about them, I'm just gonna talk about this. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it is possible that I got a game from an alternate universe. Maybe. It's definitely possible. And I mean, like the Matrix, I got this game through basically a computer, if you will. That's basically what a console is. It's a computer, cyberspace and all that stuff. So I mean, if you think about the universe for a minute, it is like a quantum computer. Our brains are like a quantum computer. The universe, Tesla. Check out Tesla. He said it's full of infinite stuff. So who knows? Maybe I got a game from an alternate universe. But like I said, I definitely remember playing Resident Evil 1.5, and it is so fresh to me, and I beat it like probably 20 times. And one other thing I can say about that game was there was a sequence on there where we saved Sherry's mom. You know how if you play this game, it doesn't matter what scenario, she dies regardless. But I know there were, when I looked up how many stories was on Resident Evil 2, the number was 13. And when I had reached 13 on the PlayStation 3 version of the game, because I know the PlayStation 3 version is different. There is even a special LCD. I'm sorry. There is a DLC. They implanted a DLC exclusively for the PlayStation 3 version, where you can get unlimited everything, and it is just crazy. But yeah, no other version has it except for the PlayStation 3. Yeah, and I'll even tell you in the end how to do it. Okay. Yeah, the all the info that I had on my on the PlayStation 3 is all gone. My password wouldn't work, nothing worked. All like I know you could get those games back, but it's lost in, I guess, cyberspace or whatnot forever. I could never get my stuff back when I tried to enter it back in. And this game is cool, but it wasn't nothing like the one I played. So like I said, I'm just saying it is possible that I got a game from a different dimension or a different universe. It is really, really possible. And yeah, is there anything else I want to say? Just wow, yeah. If you experience this with this game or just another game, then let me know in the comments. I really want to hear your story. And like I said, I got plenty of stories that I want to share. I can't share them all in this video because, like I said, that would be getting away from what I started the video about, this game. But yeah, if you got a story you want to share, please let me know in the comments. Or if you want me to do a story about a game, and I know about it, let me know, and I'll be happy to do it for you. Like I said, I don't do this for money. I just do this for information and sharing, just sharing information, gathering information, and I just like cool stories, and I like talking about intriguing stuff, So yeah, leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down if you don't like it. It's okay. I understand. Yep. But I'm Carlos signing out. Thank you.